Hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a fancy fold. The exact name for the fancy fold, not really sure. Let's go with bifold because there's two folds to it. So this is your card. Fold up this way and out, and this is where you can write your message on. Sometimes I've shown you cards where you can showcase two different designs of designer series paper on the same card. This one you get to do three. So you have one here, one here, one here. All right, so let me show you some important things about this as we get started. So this is your card, but I'm going to be using different colors on the one I'm going to be showing you, but it's the same idea, okay? All right, so what you want to start with first, let me pull in my trimmer. What you want to start with first, the nice thing about these fancy fold cards is the finished size is the exact same size as any standard card you'd be making. So this is your 8.5 by 11 cut in half at 5.5 inches. So that's all that is. So what I need to do first is you need to score it. I'm going to score at 4.25 inches. And yes, the Stampin' Up! Trimmer comes with a cutting blade and a trimmer and a cutting blade and a scoring blade on it when it comes. Okay? So you're going to score it at the 4.25 inches. All right, this is going to be the front of my card. So what I want to do now is I want to go up here to where the center is, and I want to put that in that cutting blade, in the cutting like little crevice there, okay? And then this bottom right side is going to go in that little guide also. So you want to make sure that's in the guide there, and then that center score line is in the guide here. And then you'll take it and trim, and you can get rid of that. You can use it for something else. And then this is going to get folded in half. I don't have my bone folder with me at the moment, but anytime you're doing something with fancy folds, you're going to have multiple folds, you really want to make sure you get your creases really well because you're going to be doing a couple different folds, and otherwise your card's going to kind of pop open. So that's it, and that's how you get that front right there. I do have my windows open today, so there's some motorcycles going by and some cars, but this is life, right? So anyway, that's how you're going to get the front part. Standard card. Score it first, and then you want to cut from the center at the top left down to the corner of the bottom right. And that's it. And you can have so much fun with even just that right there. The next part I want to show you is to get that pattern piece that goes here, because there is a trick to that. So your standard card is 5.5 by 4.25 inches. So I'm going to cut a pattern piece of paper. This is just an example to show you. A pattern piece of paper that is 4 inches by 5.25. 4 inches by 5.25. This is where it's going to get tricky. You want to cut corner to corner. But in order for it to fit in that bottom half, you have to cut left top corner to bottom right corner. If you happen to do it the opposite direction, you're going to end up with a piece like this, and it's not going to fit here. So whichever design you want on the top, you're going to end up having to use the other side then. So whatever design you want to be using on your paper, you want that to be facing up, looking at you. And then you're going to cut from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. If you do it the opposite, then you're going to end up using this side of the paper on your card. Okay, so we're going to put this down in here. I want to use this side. I'm going to pretend. I'm not really using this for my card today, but I'm going to pretend I want this side to be used on my card. So I want to take the top left corner and the bottom right corner and put those in the guides and cut. And then that way, that will fit right inside that. And that piece originally was a 4 by 5.25 inches. And that way it'll fit in there. So my point was if you would cut the opposite direction, you're going to end up like it would fit if you're trying to do it on this side, okay? All right, so that's it. That's the biggest thing, is those are things, knowing how to cut that, okay? So if you need to, rewind and listen again. But let's put that out of the way. And let me pull out the pieces here we're going to be using. So I'm using Lemon Lime Twist as my card base. So here's my lemon lime twist, and I've already scored it. I've already done the cutting. So we're going to fold that. And again, I should have a bone folder, but I do not have one right here. Just make sure you're creasing real well. So there's the bone folder. I'm going to take this piece here and we're going to put that inside. Let me see what all pieces I have. We'll kind of play around to see which designs. Yep, I'm going to do that design here and then that one. Perfect. Yep, let's do that. Okay, so you need one piece of paper that is a pattern piece of paper. I'm doing 3 different patterns. This pattern piece for the inside is 4 by 5¼ inches. I know this one's going to run out on me soon, so I have some extra adhesive here. So this piece here is 4 by 5¼ inches, and that is just going on the inside. Okay? And then that will close like that. I'm going to take this pattern piece. And this one will go on the outside here. So I'll stick it in my fingers. All right. And we'll put that here. Okay, so that's what you have so far. All right. Now I have a piece of cardstock that is the same color as the base. So my base is Lemon Lime Twist. So I have a piece of cardstock here. This is 10 inches by 2.5, I think. Let me see, 1 second. Yes, okay. 10 inches by 2.5 inches is this piece, and it's the same color as the card base. And then I scored it at 5 inches. So it's already been scored. And that piece, I want to make sure I'm going to put adhesive at the very, very top. And then I'm going to put a little bit more. I think I'm running out here. We got a little bit more in there. Yeah. Okay. So you want to make sure you have adhesive at the very top and then a little bit more of the rest of it. So I'm going to take this piece here and it's going to be flushed right up against the top of the card. And put that down. And there you go. So this is your basic card. And then you can design the rest of it however you want to do it, okay? But that's giving you, so this piece here, again, was 2.5 by 10 inches. And then scored at 5 inches. All right. The pieces in the stamp set that I'm using here, I love this set. This set is called Crafting with You. Look at it, has a cut and emboss machine. How cute is that? Sewing machine. It covers a bunch of different crafts. So these little easels right here were cut out from the die set. There is a coordinating die set that cuts out this cut and emboss, cuts out the sewing machine, the yarn here, and there is an easel. I'm not sure why I have 2 of these, but let's decide what we want to do. I'm going to use, oh, there's one more piece. Sorry about this. This piece here is 1 inch by 5 inches. 1 inch by 5. And this one just goes right down the front. There we go, 1 inch by 5. So maybe since I have all that green already, I'm going to go ahead and we'll use the Berry Burst. This one's Berry Burst easel. So let's use Berry Burst. I'm going to stamp the words. This one has sending you a handmade hug. Life is better when you're crafting. I love that one. You inspire me. Let's do life is better when you're crafting. Let's do that one. Pull that out of here. And I'm going to take this, it's on an easel, so I'm going to purposely just make it crooked, like kind of like you just wrote real quick up on the easel board. So I'm taking this little piece here. This little piece here, I cut this out to fit inside here, and the measurement. I know what measurements are helpful, so let me tell you what I cut that at. This one is 2¼ inches by 1 3/4 inches. So let's do it that. 1 3/4 inches by 2¼ inches is the white piece that fits inside of your easel. All right, let's ink this up. And we're going to stamp this on an angle. So it's going to fit right into our easel here. Awesome. And then we have a little tiny heart that's in here that's just real cute. So let me take that little itty bitty heart and stick that on a small block. And we're going to do a little Berry Burst heart. straight down, straight back up. And there's the Berry Burst heart. All right, let's take this piece here. And then let's go right on the center of your easel. And then here you can either use dimensionals or your regular adhesive. So I'm using regular adhesive at the moment. I know you're shocked, aren't you? I do love my dimensionals. But let's put that right here. Press that down. And there you go. And there's your card. So this is your fancy folder, your bifold fancy fold. And then I left the legs just up. If that bothers you, you can use a little liquid glue and put those down. But this is the fancy fold card, and it comes like this, and you can write a little note to someone. So hope you enjoy. Give it a try. Let me know how it worked out for you. Grab whatever papers you got. Talk with you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.